Good evening. A while ago there was a bit of interest in me doing some BeamNG drive videos, and I just needed a few play sessions to familiarize myself a bit, combined with us moving house in the last few weeks. That just meant it got delayed just a bit, but we're finally here. I have played a few different scenarios off camera. By no means all of the available types. I tried one, well, you can see here, some delivery, a few rally stages, one crawl, which was very difficult, and this trash grab. I seem to remember I also did a bus route. I don't really know what I want to do. I'm probably gonna do a handful of different ones. So let's start with delivery. I just want to turn off the music because it's a bit overpowering. Yeah, okay. If you have specific things, specific kinds of, I don't want to call them missions, but scenarios that you would like me to do, feel free to shout out in the comments. For now, let's just try to find a simple delivery or two. Maybe this tanker. I will already say that the delivery type sessions, I still don't know what to call them, the delivery scenarios are not necessarily super fun so far. Maybe I'm just not used enough to the game and to actually realistic driving. I don't know, I might still be too used to SnowRunner and ETS. This should be pretty ETS-like, I suppose. The most recent one I did earlier today was like a part semi-truck driving and part loading wrecked cars with a dig truck. Oops. Like a forklift truck. So not a dig truck. And mostly it was just a bit tedious trying to control the forklift truck. I'm sure that's at least partly due to me being used to SnowRunner, even though SnowRunner doesn't have much in the way of forklifts or like telehandler stuff you need to do. But still, I don't know. Right now I'm mostly enjoying the more typical driving / racing scenarios. Rally is kind of fun, but very difficult. I might try one after this, but it won't be pretty to watch if you know anything about rally driving. Apologies if there is some noise in the background. It is, and it probably will prove to be a bit more difficult to record during the day, because of the different living situation and just, new neighborhoods with new sounds. The elevator in our building, which is kind of a problem, but hopefully, if it is ever a problem, it is something I can get rid of in editing, if indeed it is too loud. I did stream SnowRunner last weekend, which might be 2 weekends ago by the time this video comes out. But the audio was just a complete disaster. I still don't really know why, because definitely the room acoustics were pretty terrible. But also I think maybe during that stream, my regular mic was kind of on the fritz. My Rode NT1A, because I forget if it was today or yesterday, but when I was trying to sort out the mic situation and just doing some test recordings, it would not work at all. Either there was a very, very low signal, or there was a normal signal for 20 to 30 seconds and then nothing. Not sure what happened. It has acted up before in the past, where it just had a weird static kind of noise, which miraculously disappeared. Maybe in a few weeks it will work again. But right now I had to switch back to my trusty SM58, which I think doesn't sound quite as nice, but it's much more reliable. And also, until I get my room treated in any way, a dynamic mic like an SM58 is probably just going to be the better choice anyway, because a big condenser mic is always much more difficult to work with unless the space is treated or just better suited for recording. I think in our previous place I just got lucky with how my desk was set up, which was not necessarily planned with recording in mind. But somehow I never really had sound issues there. We'll see. It will sort itself out to some extent, but whoops. Just ran a red light. But yeah, missions like this, even though the driving itself is arguably more realistic than ETS, the lack of traffic and any kind of traffic rule violations, it's just not the same in this game compared to ETS. Which is one reason why I feel like I won't be doing as many delivery type scenarios as I initially thought I would. Okay, that was it. Let's exit the level and pick a new one. Would be nice if there was some like off-roading type thing. Not sure what arrive means or what hypermiling is. Marker collection, what is that? I have to say I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed with options. Let's try this one. Okay, fortune gatherer. Scour the valleys for markers and try to get them all without running out of recoveries. Do not forget to keep your differential locks and low range gear engaged to help you traverse the terrain. I'm not going to worry about the objectives. Also, and this is very nitpicky, while the game by no means looks bad, it just looks a bit more jank than SnowRunner. So I think, I will occasionally, most likely, keep playing this game, also depending on the response. As with any kind of game or style of videos, a lot of it depends on your feedback. Like, if I notice that certain styles of videos or certain games do much better, I am more likely to play more of said game. I don't play games I don't like anyway, so between the ones I do like and the ones I make videos of, your feedback does matter. But yeah, since I do want to keep SnowRunner dedicated for the live streams, thus I'm a bit hesitant to start making videos of that game. It is very likely I will start playing MudRunner for videos. I know I was a bit indecisive about what I should do with it, like also play it on stream, in some kind of rotation with SnowRunner and ETS and whatever other games. But I think since they're very basically, whoops, what happened? They are very basically the same game. SnowRunner is the sequel to MudRunner. Maybe it makes sense to have SnowRunner just for the streams and MudRunner just for videos. I don't know. You tell me. Is this the last one? Yes. How did I not get the bonus objective? Flip your car upright at most 0 times. That is what I did. Just for the record, games you can expect to see videos of right now are primarily session still. I mean, this isn't really relevant to this game, but just so you know, I do want to, in session that is, I want to fully complete the game, get all the Steam achievements, so that's gonna take a while, and I also just want to keep playing that game in a more free roam kind of way. I still want to finish Eastshade. I think I'm about halfway, maybe. It's a bit difficult to say if I should even continue that series, because it doesn't seem to be super popular, but really I don't like to leave things unfinished. So yeah, that will still keep going, and then Modrunner. Let's choose a thing. Barrelknocker Basics. As I mentioned in a recent post, I tried the demo for Roadcraft, which is proving to be quite a bit more fun than I thought it would be. I haven't finished the demo yet, but there is a good chance I will end up buying the game after all, and maybe also make videos of it and or stream it. Okay, what is this? Your job is to knock over all these barrels. Make sure to give them a good shove so they tip over. I'm trying to like Scandinavian flick. Damn it, that was terrible. Oh, I didn't know there was a time limit. Let's try one more. This is going to be even worse. No. One left. Okay. It's nothing super special. It's one thing, in as far as I have been playing this game, that seems to be the takeaway so far, that maybe I'm not enough of a driving fan to fully appreciate this game. Because in terms of driving, it's really nice and like it feels great to play. But I think I need more of a sense of progression, and like, yeah, progression is the word, I think. Because this is all just singular things that don't really serve a purpose in the bigger picture of the game, if that makes sense. Let's try a rally. Is there an easy one? Doesn't really say. I thought it said difficulty. Tarmac stage. I think I prefer gravel. Unique and scenic gravel sprint through the jungle with mud and jumps to throw you into the bushes. Sure. I remember many years ago, I think when I was 13 or 14-ish, I very randomly bought, or my mom bought me, Colin McRae. I even forget if it was just Colin McRae or some game in the series, I forget. And I did not understand how rally works. Hang on. Because that voice is much too loud. Is this pace note? I'm gonna have to restart. First I want to figure out how to lower my co-driver. I think it must be this. Just gonna check. Yeah, okay. So restart. Doesn't matter because it's not like I'm gonna do well. I'm gonna take it very slow.
Hard right, crest. Easy left. Medium left. Medium right, crest. Caution, medium right. Medium right. Hard right.
I apologize if this is painful to watch. Yo. I have not figured out hairpin turns.
Caution, hard right. Over jump. Medium right, over jump.
That was pretty good, I suppose.
Hairpin left.
Okay, let's do better. That was not better.
Hairpin right.
Yo. And yeah. Never mind.
Over jump.
Jesus.
Medium right.
It's very foggy.
Hard left. Caution, over jump. Water splash. Easy left. Easy right. Caution, over jump. Hard
It's very satisfying when you get like a skid
finish.
right.
Medium right. Easy left to stop.
It's a very recurring thing that I vastly underestimate how early I have to start braking. Let's do one more.
3, 2, 1, go. Medium left, onto gravel. Medium left, crest. Medium right, water splash. Caution. Hard right, crest.
Whoops, whoops, whoops. What happened?
Easy left, medium left. Medium right, crest. Caution, medium right. Medium right.
All I can think about when doing these rally scenarios
Right. Hairpin left.
is that that Top Gear episode where James May learns to rally with Mika Hakkinen.
Easy right. Caution, hard right.
And employing Sisu.
Over jump. Medium right. Over jump.
Yeah, that was way too late.
Hard left. Hairpin left.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Hairpin right.
That was not. Nope.
Over jump. Medium right. Hard left. Caution, over jump. Water splash. Easy left. Easy right.
Can you tell I'm struggling?
Hard left. Square right. Onto tarmac. Over finish.
I don't understand how to make that turn.
Easy left. To stop.
Okay, well. I think I am gonna try one more rally stage. They're kind of fun. I need wider roads. If that's even a thing. Tarmac stage, beautiful coastal views if you're able to take your eyes off the road. I tried this one, which was pretty difficult, and this one, which was not super difficult, but it's not ideal that I'm sharing the room with a litter box for our cats. We have two, one's in my room, the other is in my wife's hobby room, which is not really in use at the moment. But yeah. It's proving difficult to find good spots for it, because you want them to be kind of out of the way, but there isn't much space out of the way. Let's do this one. One reason why I chose to play this game for this video, for this first recorded video at the apartment, is that it wouldn't be a terrible loss if I couldn't use it for some reason. If the audio was still bad, or, if somehow I wouldn't be able to edit and or publish it. I think I will do this rally thing a few times. And then just something silly to end on, like a long jump or something. That's really what this game is most known for.
3, 2, 1, go. Square left. Hard right.
Oof.
Crest.
Yeah, I wrapped myself around the sign. I should go slower.
2, 1, go. Square left, hard right, crest.
Could have been nice.
Right, square left,
Jesus. The wheels on this car just fall off at will.
square left,
Terrible.
square right, hard left,
I just don't know how to judge any kind of corner.
easy right, easy left, easy right, medium left, medium right, medium left,
Close.
medium right, hard left, medium right,
Nope. I think I broke something. Yeah, this is not really usable.
medium right, medium right, medium left, hard right,
Jesus Christ. I am a terrible driver.
hard right, medium left, easy left, crest,
Really?
right,
At this point, I'm just driving.
easy right,
That's not how
caution,
a wheel is supposed to be attached. Oh, I can't recover. I didn't see there was a limit.
easy left, care, medium right, crest,
I might have to restart. It's hanging on for dear life. Yeah, that's no good. Oh, now I can recover.
easy left, medium left, easy right,
No, 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 no. I apologize.
easy right, hairpin left,
Could have been worse.
easy right, hard right, medium left, easy right,
I know it's like the main aspect or the main appeal to this game is the softbox physics,
flat right,
but it's kind of annoying in a sense.
chicane, right entry, easy right, medium left,
Okay, that was not good. I say it's annoying. I don't mean annoying, but just in a way it's nice that there is much more at stake and that you can very easily wreck your car. I'm just not used to it, I think. And in a sense, I wish it wasn't the way it is. So maybe, I guess my point is that I just prefer more arcade racing games.
Square right. Square left.
No. Okay, I don't care about speed.
2, 1, go. Square left. Hard right, crest.
I do care about speed. But see, that was like a very small knock and the wheel just came off. Maybe I just don't like this car.
1, go. Square left. Hard right, crest. Square right. Square left.
Close.
Square right. Hard left.
Way too late.
Easy right. Easy left. Easy right. Medium left. Medium right. Medium left.
One thing I'm really struggling with is the camera. Because sometimes I feel like
Right. Medium left.
it auto centers and sometimes it doesn't. And then when I manually center it, it throws me off.
Medium right. Medium left. Hard right.
I saw that too late.
Medium left. Easy left. Crest. Medium right.
Nope,
Easy right.
I lied. Of course I care about speed.
Over jump. Easy left.
Nope.
Care. Medium right. Crest. Easy left.
Oh my god. Maybe this is not the best idea.
Medium left.
I said it before, but again, you tell me. Is this in any way relaxing to watch, or is it just painful?
Hairpin left. Easy right. Hard right. Medium left. Easy right.
Not terrible.
Flat right. Chicane. Right entry. Easy right. Medium left. Medium right.
might not be very relaxing. I hope it is in a weird way. But it is pretty addicting. I just wish I were better at it. I do still have the plan and the wish to buy a racing wheel or a sim wheel. Most likely, if and when I end up getting one, it's going to be the Moza R3. Just because it seems like a good entry level or lower mid level. I've read too many bad things about the Logitech wheels. I wanted to get the R5, but really it's just too expensive for how much I play games like this. Okay, let's end on something stupid. Long jump. I don't know which one to choose. Or actually, maybe this. Target jump bridge. Jump down the cliffside and hit the targets. Way overshot that. Yeah. So really, I need to go slower. Okay. Still in pretty good shape, all things considered. Let's go left. Yeah. I assume I want to hit the white zones. Not really. So a bit faster and a bit more left. Kinda close. Okay, 150. I'll give it 2 more goes. Okay, I don't know what to aim for. That's pretty good. Oh, not quite. Okay. 200. Last one. This is kind of fun and mindless. Damn it. But it's not something I can keep doing forever. Should be in the whites. If I can do exactly the same thing. Okay, sweet. That's the most we got so far. But yeah, just want to have a look at some of the other gameplay styles. Drift I haven't tried. I haven't really done any races, just various time trial things. Arrive, I don't know what that is. Just a matter of making it to a certain place. Maybe I'll try one of these just to end on. Boss mode is pretty straightforward. I tried this once. I forget which one it was, but it was fun, but it was just like a poor man's... How to explain? If you compare it to Bus Simulator, whatever it's called, the driving is probably nicer, but, you know, it just feels kind of empty, because there are no people, at least in the one I did. There was like no pedestrians, passengers. Crawls are difficult from what I've experienced. Drift garage to garage. What is that? Deliver various vehicles. Could be nice. Freeform delivery. Evade. That's going to be too intense. Drag race. Delivery. Custom challenge. Hyper miling. I don't know what that is. Mostly fuel related. Knockaway, long jump marker, precision parking, rally loop, rally stage, time trial training. Interesting. Trash grab, target jump. Yeah, let's try to do one of these as the very last thing. Get down. I feel like that's kind of a classic. I have seen a good deal of Sam Tabor's videos over the years. I don't know if he still plays a lot of BeamNG, but he definitely used to. And I'm pretty sure this was one of the ones I saw. So now just huck yourself off of a cliff and try to reach the bottom. Engine is still working. There goes a wheel. I don't know if there's any kind of valid strategy to this. It very much seems like luck. Yeah. I made it much smaller. I want to try and go very slowly, which is pretty much impossible. It does make me wonder how you're supposed to do this. If there's a right and a wrong way. I'll give it 2 more. Maybe just off to the right. As far as I understand this, you really need the path of the least resistance. I am driving still, somehow. Yeah. Okay, last one. Pretty difficult, actually. I'm sure it's possible to reach the bottom. I just don't fully understand how. Except by doing it this way and getting lucky that you are still able to drive, in a sense. Well, yeah, now that's not happening. Fine, one more. And I will see this one won't be nearly as successful. I don't know why my camera is so from the top. This isn't even that fun. I just want to finish. And I don't know if there is any way where you can control your rotation. Oh, that's a first. The whole cab just came off. This is actually the last one. And of course it's the worst. Okay. Damn it. Why did I go straight into that rock? Okay. I'd say that's as far as I can make it. That is going to do it for this first of maybe a few BeamNG videos. Like I said, a lot of it depends on what you want to see most. If there are specific types of challenges or scenarios you want me to try, do let me know. I forget, there was one I was interested in, but I forgot what it was. But maybe some more of these arrive type missions, or just driving around in free roam, delivery things, more terrible rally stages. I mean, not terrible stages, terribly performing at rally stages. But yeah. As always, thank you very much for watching and for listening. It is nice to feel like I'm kind of getting back in the saddle in terms of videos, because there was a pretty long hiatus. Luckily, I still had 2 videos left to edit from before the move. But yeah, hopefully from now on I can start recording regularly again, get back to my 2 videos a week, which was pretty much my standards, combined with some more SnowRunner live streams and maybe some other games, but mostly SnowRunner. Okay, I'm rambling once again. I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.